As Trinidad and Tobago continues to face economic pressure, it is becoming clear that the government is exploring every possible avenue to generate revenue. One option that deserves serious and honest discussion is the expansion of legal gambling, including allowing gambling activities on Sundays. This is not about encouraging reckless behavior, it is about recognizing reality, respecting personal choice, and finding practical ways to strengthen state finances. Gambling already exists in this country. People participate in betting, lotteries, card games, and online platforms every day, often through illegal or unregulated channels. When that happens, the state earns nothing. Criminal elements benefit, and consumers are left without protection. Expanding legal gambling opportunities would shift activity out of the shadows and into regulated spaces where taxes can be collected, standards enforced, and public interest protected. Allowing gambling on Sundays is a logical extension of this approach. For many working citizens, Sunday is the only day they have free time. When legal options are closed, people turn to illegal alternatives. That defeats the purpose of regulation. A controlled and licensed system operating 7 days a week would reduce illegal gambling while creating a steady stream of revenue that can be reinvested into healthcare, education, infrastructure, and social services. Religious organizations and faith leaders have raised concerns, particularly about Sunday observance. Their views should be respected, but public policy cannot be shaped by one belief system alone. Trinidad and Tobago is a diverse society built on freedom of conscience and free will. No one would be forced to gamble. Those who choose not to participate can simply opt out. The right to worship must coexist with the right of others to make their own personal decisions within the law. At a time when the state is increasing fines, fees, and taxes to stabilize the economy, it makes sense to also look at revenue options that rely on voluntary participation rather than punishment. This does not mean ignoring the risks associated with gambling. Addiction and financial harm are real concerns. That is why an expansion must be paired with strong safeguards. These include age restrictions, responsible gambling programs, clear limits, and access to counseling and support services. Regulation offers protection. Prohibition simply drives the problem on the ground. The government has already signaled its intention to modernize and tighten oversight of the gambling sector, expanding legal access while strengthening enforcement against illegal operations would send a clear message that crime does not play, but lawful participation does contribute to national development. In difficult economic times, leadership requires realism. We cannot rely on outdated restrictions while ignoring how people actually live. Bringing gambling fully into the regulated economy, including on Sundays, respects individual freedom while recognizing the state's need for sustainable revenue. This is not about morals versus money. It's about responsibility, regulation, and realism. If carefully done and transparently, expanded legal gambling can support the country without forcing anyone to compromise their beliefs. In the end, adults must be trusted to make their own choices, and the state must be willing to manage reality rather than pretend it does not exist.